Hello, welcome to my studio. I want to show you guys a little project that I'm working on now for a client. This is going to be a tree stump here with a long branch and two owls sitting on the branch. So this is the armature that I have so far, and right now I'm coating the armature with clay. I am using Super Sculpey's Firm and mixing it with a little bit of Super Original Sculpey, which is the white clay, the classic stuff, and just kind of mixing it together so that the clay is more of a medium blend, so it'll be a little bit easier to sculpt. And that's what I'm doing now. Now for the owls, I may mix my Firm Super Sculpey with a little bit of green stuff, resin clay. That's the stuff I'm holding here now, and I'll do that for the owls. This makes a clay mixture that's a lot stronger and can hold a lot of detail. Now Super Sculpey is very strong. It's come a long way since I've worked with it, so it's a very strong material and I really like using it a lot. Alright, so I'm just gonna coat the tree there. Looks like I need a little bit more Sculpey Firm to make my mixture nice and gray. It's a little bit too light, so I'm gonna go off camera for a bit and get my mix right, and then I'll start coating the tree. Okay, and I usually like to mix my clay in a 1-to-1 ratio when I'm making my mixes. That will vary, of course, depending on what I'm doing. Right now I just want to get this armature, the little branch, covered up in clay so I can start sculpting the details and then move on to the owls. This is not a very complicated commission. Once I'm done with the piece, I bake it and then mount it on a base and add a few pieces of vegetation and just kind of make the base look interesting, and that's it. I'm gonna go here, just kind of press that clay into the tinfoil. Now tinfoil is a good filler material for sculpting. All the corrugations and wrinkles, they're a good surface for anchoring the clay, so I like using tinfoil. I use it for a lot of things. So alright, so I'm going to continue to do that off camera, and then I'll show you guys once everything is covered. I'll start to actually sculpt the details on the branch. Stay tuned. Okay, so I got my armature fully covered, at least the branch part, and now it's time to go back and get all the details sculpted. So I'm going to start at the base, and I'm using my paddle tool. It's one of my favorite tools. Just kind of begin to detail the bark. Alright, and I'm probably going to do this off camera mostly. All I'm doing right now is kind of pressing in the clay to score it, make just random lines here and there, but eventually I also kind of drag the tool a little bit, and I'll use a combination of the paddle tool and my ball tool to kind of get that barky, that craggy look to the bark. So I go over the lines a little bit with the ball tool, make sure that it looks nice and craggy. I'll keep going back and forth, switching tools to get the texture that I want. So right now I'm texturing the bark, and I'll do that for the entire tree. Then I'll probably bake it. I'm thinking about baking it first, hardening it, and then working on the owls next. Okay, so I'm gonna do this off camera mostly, right? And still very, very rough. It's preliminary. So I'm gonna be working on it more to get that nice texture that I want.